Hello and welcome to Money Matters. NFTs, or non-fungible tokens, a new digital art form using blockchain technology, made a splash earlier this year when a piece by a previously unknown artist sold his NFT for a record $69 million at auction. The deal made him the third most valuable living artist. Since then, NFTs have made inroads into the art world, which has opened the floodgates to collectors whose pockets are bulging with cryptocurrency. So Warren, this is your first NFT, right?
Yes.
Can you tell me a little bit about this piece?
We call this the dagger of undulating dragon. Undulating dragon refers to the motif that it has. But this is a really old piece of weaponry. It came from about a 3rd century BC, from the Warring States period. So we can clearly identify this one from the Zhao kingdom, which is traditionally known for their warfare.
Warren Cheng's family has been in the antique business since the 1970s. He says the changes in the market combined with an aging customer base made him look for ways to reach out to a new market. He decided to mint NFTs, or non-fungible tokens. These are digital artworks using blockchain technology, the same used for cryptocurrencies, in this case, Ethereum.
To our surprise, the new market is actually really accessible through the NFT. And then we've gotten a lot of questions, a lot of traffic to ask about, oh, tell me about the NFT, and then tell me about this antique.
Normally, NFTs are purely digital and there's only one. But he's minted 30, and they're linked to an actual antique. So buyers don't just get the digital version, but an experience to visit and learn more about the antique through experts, and then the opportunity to bid on the actual item after 6 months. How much did this go for? How much is an NFT for this?
So the first NFT was 0.1 Ethereum. And then we designed a mechanism such that with one sold, the next one have a slight price increase. And that is to promote people to buy earlier. And right now, I think it's at 0.5 Ethereum. So the price actually went up quite substantially.
Warren launched the NFT at Art Basel, the first antique-linked NFT in the world. It was so popular that other antique galleries are asking him to create NFTs for their pieces. Do you have any other NFTs in the pipeline?
Yes, so we have 2 currently being minted. So these are ceremonial weapons from the Ming Dynasty, which is about 400 years ago. And then these weaponry, even though they're for ceremonial use, these are based on actual legendary weapons that were recorded way before that.
And what's the history behind this?
Right, so this is actually based on a weapon from the 3 kingdoms. And then if you play video games or if you read that part of history, there are very specific weapon assigned to each warrior. The owner of this weapon only had one eye. Legend had it that he got shot with an arrow during a battle, and to boost morale, he pulled out the arrow, ate his own eyeball, and then won the battle. So this weapon belonged to that general.
Wow, okay, you have to be really strong to throw this spear and get any distance on it.
Right. This is also bronze, but a heavier content of copper in it.
Opening the doors to a crypto-hip audience has led to crossover interest in actual antiques, and Warren's gallery accepts crypto payments in Bitcoin and Ethereum.
During Art Basel, I would say 10 minutes after they seen this NFT, they started asking, oh, what about this piece? What about that piece? And then that type of excitement I've never seen in someone who's in their 20s. So that really opens up the door, even though those antiques were not NFTs, but we still take crypto. So they're very happy about that.
How much are they willing to kind of spend?
I've seen them drop 10 Ethereum even. So that's about 20,000 US dollar, which is a lot.
Substantial.
For someone who just passed by.
Warren isn't the only one sitting up and taking notice of the crypto market. Large auction houses have seen the power of the crypto dollar and are expanding their businesses not only to feature and sell NFTs, but also to accept Bitcoin and Ethereum as payment. Sotheby's NFT sale back in June made 17.1 million US dollars, selling 28 NFTs. 70% of the buyers were new to Sotheby's, and 49% of those bidding were under 40.
As soon as we started to recognize the force and the potential of the NFT marketplace, we also realized that a lot of the high-end purchases were being made through cryptocurrency. And that's when we had, the idea that if we could create that crossover, why not offer some of our higher value traditional, physical artworks, the ability to be paid in cryptocurrency.
Their first auction allowing crypto payments was last May for a Banksy piece that ended up going to a crypto buyer for about 12 million US dollars. The most recent auction for a 101-carat flawless pear-shaped diamond in July was open to both fiat and crypto payments. It went to an anonymous crypto buyer for 12.3 million US dollars. Max Moore of Sotheby's says the crossover in interest between crypto and traditional collectors is becoming more widespread, and the auction house is working to make purchasing, particularly for traditional clients wanting to buy NFTs, easier.
We've had traditional clients buying NFT artworks for the first time, and we've got NFT collectors new to Sotheby's that are now turned on and buying traditional artworks for the first time. We're structuring our focus and our plan to continue converting on both sides that crossover and elevating the discussion again to equate the two.
Blockchain investor and art collector Jihan Chu says the art world is an easy bridge between the crypto and non-crypto world because both see that collecting art takes passion.
NFTs, I think, have become the first real consumer product for crypto. Even though Bitcoin is quite popular, actually not that many people actually have it, and it's still quite clunky. But an NFT is really easy to buy. You can pay with a credit card. You really understand when you have it, and it has a sense of pleasure that really resonates with a person, with a person's soul, its culture, rather than say a financial instrument like Bitcoin. So I think that NFTs have really started to be a gateway drug for people who haven't really been in crypto.
He says NFTs and essentially cryptocurrency have become an equalizer in a market which used to have high entry barriers, both financially and socially.
What digital art and NFTs does is it allows anybody with a phone to become a collector and to be proud of being a collector, because you can buy an artwork, you can collect, you can create your own NFT art collection for $50. It becomes immediately accessible and very democratic and open in ways that the art world has never been known to be, because it really removes a lot of the exclusivity that is baked into the traditional physical fine art world.
NFTs do come with some frustration. Mainly, how do you enjoy or show off your art?
This is one of the real challenges of the NFT art world. The user interface and the experience of NFTs is really subpar. It's not enjoyable. The idea of spending, $1,000, much less $1 million on an NFT, and then holding it up to somebody's face and saying, "Look at my art," it doesn't have the social signal. It doesn't have, the type of pleasure that showing a work on your wall would have.
For now, the floodgates to a new audience and new artists have been opened, and the art market is sitting up and taking notice as the crypto generation become the collectors of the future.
Somsak Bitlao covers the outboard motor of his traditional Thai wooden longtail boat, wrapping up another day on Phuket's Patong Beach. Not a single tourist needed his services shuttling them to nearby islands. In better times, Somsak earned more than $100 a day. But this month, the 42-year-old has taken home only $40 from a single customer. Like many others on the Thai resort island, he's pinning his hopes on a government scheme to bring the tourists back that started on July 1st. It is known as the Phuket Sandbox. It is a plan to open the island to fully vaccinated tourists. Thailand's pandemic restrictions on travel flattened tourism in a nation where 95% of the economy is related to the industry. Under the Sandbox plan, Phuket visitors will be restricted to the island, where they can lounge on white beaches, jet ski off the coast, and enjoy evenings eating out in restaurants. Social distancing rules will still be observed. In preparation, some 70% of the island's approximately 500,000 people have had at least one vaccine, and the hospitality industry reports that all frontline workers in restaurants, hotels, and elsewhere have been fully vaccinated. The crew of the Phuket Simon Cabaret, a 600-seat venue that has been closed for more than a year, returned to start checking lighting and other systems. While other businesses prepare for a comeback, Banglo Walking Street near Patong Beach remains quiet. Bars and clubs are not allowed to open yet. The Phuket Sandbox is broadly part of the country's plan to have Thailand completely reopened within 120 days. The opening day got off to a slow start. Flights arrived from Qatar, followed by one from Israel and then Singapore. So far, only about 6,000 people have taken the plunge into the sandbox. Despite some restrictions and kinks of reopening, the upside is that visitors will be greeted by a Phuket not seen in decades, thanks to the lack of people over the past year.
When Money Matters returns, wide open interiors plus wide open sea views on the shores of Lobster Bay. Stay with us. Welcome back to Money Matters. Living in a villa with a private garden and swimming pool may be a dream for many. In this episode, reporter Alice Khan checks out a detached garden villa in Chung Se Wan, where you can live the dream overlooking the sea.
During hot summer days, living near a beach makes cooling off easy. Last week, we helped house hunter Ella Wong look for a house along Clearwater Bay Road. This week, we found another property she might like. Ella loves beaches. She also wants a large garden and a swimming pool, similar to the one she has in her house in America. This week, we poked around the Clearwater Bay enclave of Chung Se Wan, where most houses face the waters of Lobster Bay. Transactions are rare in the village. The last full village house went for $135 million. We checked out this detached, 3-story villa on a single lot on the hillside in Chung Se Wan. The villa is over 3,100 square feet. It comes with an Indeed garden, 2 parking spaces, and an Indeed private road. The owner is asking $128 million, or just over $40,800 per square foot. The owner will lease it out for $208,000 per month if no one meets his asking price. He put it on the market a year ago and reduced the price a few months later.
It used to be asking 138 million a year ago, and at that time, there's not too many offers received it. So that's why he reduced the price to a lower price, which is close to the market price.
The owner bought this land for $18.8 million and built the villa 9 years ago. Let's take a closer look.
Eva, this area is so large.
Yeah, this is the living and dining area, and the size is more than 1,000 square feet. And you can see on your left-hand side is the living area, and the dining table is here, can fit for 8 people.
The owner installed a large sliding door in the living room.
The vendor, when he designed this house, he liked the living area can expand to the garden. So that's why he used the big windows.
There's a large private garden outside.
Eva, it is so huge. How big is this outdoor space?
This garden is about 5,000 square feet, and which you can have a nice barbecue party and entertain more than 50 people at one time.
This is also part of the garden?
Yes, it is indeed, and all the trees is like natural fences to provide you privacy.
The total size of the living and garden area, including the swimming pool, is over 6,000 square feet. The lawn in the garden is artificial turf and is easy to maintain. On the other side of the garden is a sizable swimming pool. Although it is sitting on the hill in Chosiwan, it doesn't have a sea view from the living room or the garden. At the back of the dining area is the sizable open kitchen. It's bright because there's a large window. The stone flooring was imported from overseas. Next, we went up to the 1,000 square foot first floor to look at the layout.
Hi, Alice, and this is the first floor. And this corner is the family room for the family members to watch TV, or the kids can play the TV games. Okay, let's go into the bedrooms area.
The wall in this corridor has a floor-to-ceiling window, which has an open view.
Well, there's so many glass windows in this house.
Yeah, this is a very special design by the vendor, and it can bring more lights into the house.
All the bedrooms are on one side of the house.
Alice, we are now in one of the guest bedroom, and all the 3 bedrooms have such big, expensive windows. The concept is to get the sunlight into the room, and the view is looking to the private garden. And each room, the room size is around 200 square feet.
As all the bedrooms face west, sunlight shines through in the afternoon. It is rare for new flats to have a window in the bathroom, but this one has windows on 3 sides. It has an open view. Curtains can ensure privacy.
What's on the top floor?
This is the master bedroom area, the wardrobes area along the corridor, and the study room for the people who work from home. Let's go in. Alice, this is the master bedroom area, and it's about 800 square feet, and you can see that it can fit the king size bed and walk 3 ways, so it's very good size. And there's the ensuite bathroom.
The master bedroom also has substantial light coming through a large glass wall. A sliding door leads to a terrace outside.
Please take a look out there. Wow, what a wonderful weather today.
The view is very nice.
Yeah, it's looking to the Chosiwan open, nice sea view. And every morning when you wake up, you'll enjoy this wonderful view.
The terrace is wide and long.
Yeah, it's about 5 feet wide. It's pretty long too.
Well, how come there's a bathtub over there?
Yeah, for you to have a bath at nighttime, maybe midnight. But make sure you wear the swimsuit, huh?
If you don't want to take a bath on the terrace, you still could take a shower in the actual bathroom. Eva says this kind of standalone villa will attract well-heeled buyers.
Most of the potential buyers are the expat families or the local families that they grow up in the other countries. They enjoy the outdoor space and have a private house, private garden, which is that they can enjoy their lifestyle.
Ella arrived at the house and had a look through the villa. What is her verdict?
It is similar to the one that I have in States. I have a bigger swimming pool, but this is a pretty good size. I love the color theme and the contemporary style and the outdoor space that I really enjoy. It's worth more than $1 million view. It's very picturesque. I feel very comfortable.
And the price?
I always think seller want to sell high, buyers want to buy low. So I believe there's room for negotiation.
In case the house which has a direct sea view from the living room area or from the garden area, that would be, more sought after in the market. But in case the house, they only have the sea view on the upper floors, then I think the price would be discounted.
The bank valuation of the villa actually is around $105 to $110 million. Ella thinks the advantage of the house is that it also comes with this indeed private road. But surveyor Vincent Jones says the owner and tenants can be vulnerable to occupier liability.
You also have the liability or responsibility for the maintenance of this wall. In case there's any, say, injury of the third party on your wall, and in case you cannot prove that he's the trespasser, or if you don't have any fence to prevent the people to get into your wall, then such accident may cause a compensation to that person.
In the meantime, Ella says she'll think about her options before making a decision. Tel Aviv has new doggy doo-doos and do-don'ts. The Israeli city is to use DNA to identify pets whose owners don't scoop their poop. City Hall is tearing unhygienic dog owners a new one, announcing they must provide their pooches DNA when renewing their canine's license. With these samples in the database, Tel Aviv will then be able to match the pooch to the abandoned poo. Tel Aviv has some 40,000 dogs and claims that the ratio between its residents and canines is among the highest in the world. One dog owner for every 11 residents. Not all owners pick up their pets' touche trash.
We have noticed that about 2% of the dog owners leave the dog poo on the sidewalk after their dogs have finished doing what they do. So while the vast majority, 98% of the dog holders in the city are fantastic, law-abiding citizens, we have a problem with about 2% which do not collect after their dog. Now, we've done many things, positive campaigns, negative campaigns, enforcement, and it doesn't seem to work. What we will now try to implement is a simple technological device.
Understandably, eliminating unwanted canine landmines from parks and sidewalks is a problem that many were eager to solve.
I mean, it's a great idea. There's dog crap, can I say crap? All over the city. It's disgusting. There's people who pick it up and there's people who just leave it. So it's going to be nice to not have to look where you're walking. The DNA specifically, it's been a joke with my friends that we should test the DNA. I never thought it would be an actual thing. I think it's a great idea.
The City Council dropped the DNA amendment in early July. The Council is confident they'll bag a thumbs up from the national government soon.
That's the show. Thanks for watching. Next time on Money Matters, unemployment has dropped as companies begin hiring to prepare for the surge of post-pandemic business. Find out what sort of employees they're looking for. See you then. Good night.